Welcome back, listeners, to another episode of The Snake Pit. I'm your host, Son of Bat, and today I'm joined by Son of Phantom.
What up?
And today we're going to be talking about the original DVD release of Happy Tree Friends. This would be Volume 1, First Blood, Volume 2, Second Serving, and Volume 3, Third Strike. This is pretty much the web series version of Happy Tree Friends, and actually the first two seasons put into three different discs instead of it being season 1, 2, and 3 like I previously had thought. And those of you who don't know Happy Tree Friends, it's essentially like this hyper-violent cartoon about these like cute and cuddly animals, and they always die or like kill each other or inadvertently die in an accident. And I think it shaped most of us growing up, along with shows like South Park. I mean, what was your first instance in seeing this show, Phantom?
I was super young. I was like 4 or 5 online. I just found little clips of it on YouTube, and then I found the whole thing, and it was, I just watched tons of it. It was a big thing for everyone growing up. I find tons of people our age just always watch that shit.
Oh yeah,
always talking about it.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, you couldn't go anywhere without seeing this stuff all over the internet, and eventually merch came out. Like, I remember this patch I have on my battle jacket is of Happy Tree Friends, and I got it way back in the day when I was in grade 5 or 6 at a skate shop. So you could find merchandise for this everywhere. And then eventually it got an actual television show that aired on G4. But originally this came out in 1999, and the first few segments were about 99 to 2001, and then the rest were 2002 to 2005. Again, these DVDs here combine the first 2 seasons worth of online sketches. Relatively short, but they had some interesting features. Volume 1, First Blood, is the first few episodes, and it says over 2 hours of bone-crunching material. A lot of these segments felt like about, a minute and a half? What would you say?
At most, yeah. Most of them were really short. And the first episode, the first DVD was really short. All of them.
Yeah, and on top of that, it had some cool special features like storyboarding and commentary. It also had some interactive Tamagotchi type things, but it was pretty bare bones, which is to be expected. A lot of first seasons of cartoons and TV shows tend to be very bare bones. I know the first Family Guy season is only 7 episodes, and it's not much of a season, so they package it with the second season. And I could see them doing that with this, but from what I remember, they never did that. They released these fucking things individually, and they went for normal DVD prices, $20 up. And I just, after watching this one, I don't think it would be worth it for that. I don't know, what would you price point this at? Would be a worth it price, because I don't know, $20 seems a little steep on something like this.
Honestly, these DVDs are merely for collection purposes. I don't really, unless you really like it, I wouldn't waste the money on it, because you can just get all this stuff online. It's so accessible. Just personally, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, the way I came across with these was at secondhand shops, and I think I spent more, no more than $10 maybe on one of these. And even that feels a little steep, considering, again, like he said, all these episodes are online. These are the internet segments. And it's interesting. We were watching some of them, and on Second Serving, for example, there's an asterisk above 2 specific episodes. I'm gonna bring it up here. And it basically says they're premiere episodes, and that's Ice Cold Lemonade and Snip Snip Hooray. And I remember seeing these online, but then, again, I don't really remember the exact release of these DVDs, if they coincided with the episodes coming out, and I just came to it late. But, yeah, I don't know. It kind of feels like a ripoff, especially considering the hidden episodes were also online, like the Buddhist Monkey and stuff, which, by the way, were some of the best episodes on that one. I like the Buddhist Monkey one a lot. I think season 2 or Second Serving definitely filled out with content. It was more worth it than the first one, but I don't know. It felt more like the same. You know what I mean? Just basic, episode compilations that you could really just find online. But the commentary, I guess, is what makes it interesting for people. I mean, as a cartoon collector, someone who would collect cartoons or TV shows, would you think it would be worth it for that?
Yeah, totally. Like I said, if you're a collector, these things are great. They're fun. They have lots of little bonus features, and the layout of the DVDs is bare bones, yes, but it's has extra stuff that you might not get online.
The artwork's really nice on them.
Artwork is also very nice. Yeah, yeah, totally a collectible item. It's just I don't think it's worth much more than like $10 like you paid for it.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Well, yeah, pretty much. Like, honestly, going on to the third one, it's more of the same. Again, another compilation of shorts. You get some bonus episodes, little interactive game here for a couple episodes, which is pretty cool because it got us thinking about the Final Destination 3 DVD and Harold and Kumar when you could, like, interact with the episode, or the movie, or in this case, episode. And it's pretty interesting, some of the work that went into DVDs back in the day. You don't really see that too much with, like, Blu-ray and shit. Certainly not with streaming, because I don't think you could make an interactive game in a streamed movie. But, yeah, so I mean, these DVDs, they're pretty, like we said throughout the whole thing so far, very bare bones, only really valuable for collectors. However, the legacy Happy Tree Friends has left is pretty insane. I mean, they got like video games, they got merchandise. I remember there was, I think one of the games was on Xbox Live Arcade, but I could be wrong. There was also like a Fallout Boy music video that we watched, which was pretty funny. So a lot of stuff was out there. I think there was even some Flash games too, if I'm remembering correctly. There was like a lot of online stuff with this. And, it definitely is a staple in, cartoons and adult entertainment and media. This one was really cool because I always felt like it was like a real life Itchy and Scratchy show. Like we were saying at the beginning before we actually started filming. The vibe it gives off is like classic cartoons, but just hyper violent. Like, Looney Tunes kind of like show the build up to these kinds of scenarios, like people getting shot or falling off cliffs and stuff, but they go the whole way with this, showing the gore. And some of it's pretty cringe inducing. I mean, like, what were some of your favorite kills that you saw in this 3 DVD run?
Oh, you got a bunch of good gore just in every single episode. Like some of the one, like the beaver, when he gets its eye stuck in the tree and it's trying to climb its own eye cord. That one's brutal. There's a few where people get their spine ripped out. Oh, the deli one? The deli one was sick, dude. Oh my god, that was fucked up. So, just everything that you can picture in a deli that would kill things just kills like 8 things. Yeah, for real. But man, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say like my favorite because they're just all the same level, really. They're just good. It's all just good animation and like fucked up. Yeah, if you don't like violent, fucked up animation, you won't like it, obviously.
Yeah, like it's definitely a love it or hate it type thing. Like, again, this kind of goes for the collecting thing. I feel like if you like it, you'll probably buy it if you find it. But if you don't like it or know what it is, you're just gonna skip it. It's love it or hate it. There's no middle ground to it. All the episodes are pretty much the same, like Phantom was saying. It's just A to B, they fucking get into a situation and die. The only time where it's ever really different is when like a character like Flippy gets introduced, or like the hero squirrel or the Buddhist monkey, because then like they have powers, or in Flippy's case, PTSD, like non-flashbacks. And oh man, those are some of my favorite fucking episodes. He just goes full Rambo with it and like murders everyone. Those are really cool because they're like very different, but again, it's mostly just accidents and like crazy shit happening. Really fun stuff, though. It's also very hard to kind of like rate and talk about this because it's it's a web series. It's not even like a normal TV show. Like maybe the season 1 box set, the other set of DVDs I have will be more coherent. The episodes I believe were a bit longer when it was running on G4, but essentially it was the same show if I'm remembering it correctly, just longer episodes with a better budget. Like
a tiny bit more storyline.
Yeah,
later seasons.
I'd imagine so. And the other thing too is I don't know if you noticed it, but like watching these DVDs, the animation, even on like a small square screen, it looked very choppy. Like it looked very choppy. And I think that's because it was all like ported from online onto a disc. Like these were all web cartoons. They weren't actually like animated in a traditional way. It's all Flash, right? So it does look like a Flash cartoon when you watch it. However, there is another Flash movie I have, which would be really funny, or it would be a real chore to watch, called City of Rot, about this old man in a zombie apocalypse just trying to get a nice pair of shoes. It's funny, but it's like really bad. But this was like actually watchable, although slightly choppy. I'm hoping maybe the TV show version's a little cleaner. But yeah, I don't know what else I can really say. Maybe I'll give down a little history. Happy Tree Friends was released on Mondo Media. It was created by what did you say his name was?
Montiel.
Yeah, see, I'm talking, when I get too fried, I can't say the 4 names without stuttering or fucking up. But it all started with a drawing on a scrap piece of paper of a basic yellow rabbit that would end up becoming essentially Cuddles. The idea eventually got sold and pitched to Mondo, and then it was released online, where we all got to see it on YouTube, and it became a huge success. Just desensitizing kids all over. And it's interesting. The show, if you look at the seasons online, they're all like 20 episodes a piece, and then you get to about 3 downward, they start going to like from 20 to 9 to 5. So I don't know exactly how the show died out. I couldn't really find a lot of info about that, but yeah, these DVDs were pretty wild back in the day. I remember them, even being at video stores to rent. There was this one, like, Christmas one, which I think was the most pointless of them all, because it got pretty much a lot of the episodes you can find on these 3 DVDs and just repackaged them for a Christmas theme. Although you did get one cool Ski Patrol one, which, like, had decent animation, which, again, I think the best ones of all this show are the ones where, like, they step outside of their normal animation or story framing. Like the Buddhist monk one, for example, like that Enter the fucking Monkey one or whatever, that was fucking sick. What did you think of that one?
Yeah, that was a fun one. I like all the references to Enter the Dragon. Wow, I can't fucking speak. Jesus Christ. Yeah, honestly, like all of the episodes that are a little longer, like I really like them. On the 3rd disc, there's a few. There's the Christmas episode, the Halloween episode. They have like all the different the caveman episode too was really long. That was almost 2 minutes.
And it looked like a Mickey Mouse cartoon from the 20s, which was hilarious.
Yeah, that was a bonus episode. There's a bunch of good stuff on here, like
like if you can find them for a buck or two, like pick them up.
Not bad, but I don't know. It's like it's good discs.
Good way to kill time while you're hitting the Benjamin, basically. But
always nostalgic, always a good time with Happy Tree Friends. But I don't know, it's not much to say about this shit.
Man,
like,
we got 12 minutes. I think we've pretty much said all we can say. It's all out there. For those of you who are watching this video, you definitely grew up with this show. You know pretty much as we do about it. It was all out there. We all grew up with it and saw it grow and pretty much fade out in real time. I feel like the only people this would only really benefit or like serve as like oh wow, I never knew that, or like the new kids. But I don't know if they would be able to handle this show, or they'd like fucking freak out. But it was a good little thing when it lasted, and I'm glad to have been around while it was up. Happy Tree Friends. First Blood, Second Serving, and Third Strike. If I were to rate these DVDs, I don't know, man, like pretty bare bones. From a collector standpoint, they're interesting, but as like a practical viewing experience, they're kind of a chore. If you make the mistake of watching the episodes like singular instead of playing them all, you get that fucking intro song on loop pretty much, and it gets real old real fast. If you want, some fucking storyboards, some commentary, and some bonus episodes that aren't really bonus that you can just find online, I'd say pick them up. But yeah, maybe about a 4 or a 3 I'd rate these. Yeah, 3. 1 point per. That sounds about fair. I'll give it about a 3. What would you rate it?
About the same, maybe a 5 at the most. Like, they're not amazing, but I do enjoy them. I enjoy Happy Tree Friends.
Funny.
So
they were good for a laugh.
I expected a little more. But, it could be better.
Well, here's hoping that the TV show has got a little bit more to offer and is a little bit more than just a couple flash animations. But, for what it wasn't bad. Good way to kill some time. But yeah, Happy Tree Friends. Recommended for you collectors, not recommended for you casuals. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. More to come soon, especially with Son of Phantom here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.